Welcome to FatCat Speaks. Today I'm gonna talk a little bit about what gateway drugs are and what gateway drug can mean. There's all different sorts of gateway drugs. For some people, it's just as you're 12 years old, 13 years old, and you smoke a cigarette, you start to feel a little bit of buzz. You continue smoking the cigarettes. Next thing you know, you're addicted. That buzz goes away, and now you form a habit. Over time, the enjoyment, the little euphoric feeling that you feel goes away. Then you might graduate to marijuana, right? Marijuana is the first thing, and the reason why marijuana, I believe, is considered a gateway drug is because when you're in high school, it's harder to get alcohol than it is drugs. When I was in high school, a long, long time ago, we couldn't go to 7-Eleven and get a 12 pack of beer, but I could call somebody and get a little bag of marijuana or get some acid. And see, that's where the drugs come in. So what happens is you start doing the drugs, you start going to parties, and it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. Then you reach 21, next thing you know, you're drinking, but you're still carrying those drugs with you. So now you're mixing drugs. Instead of just doing one drug, you're mixing it. Then you might be a pothead. You go to your local drug dealer, and he doesn't have pot, but he has a pill. Okay, you might not get it the first time, but keep going back to that drug dealer and he doesn't have marijuana, and he all of a sudden offers you cocaine, crack, heroin, PCP, or just a pill, and you want to get high so bad. You're like, one time is not going to hurt. So then you can see, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Then you're going to go back and you're going to continue. Then it grows, 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 grows. The problem nowadays is marijuana isn't as big as it was back in the days. Now what's big is the pills, right? So kids that are younger, they're starting off with the harder drugs. So you can't get any harder than heroin, in my opinion. So you start off with prescription pills, the Addies, the Ritalin, all the mind ADD, HD drugs. Kids get that at a young age. So that's where I think the kids at a younger age starts the addiction, because doctors are prescribing these to these young kids, and they're starting to build, and then they get reliant on it where they need it to act a certain way, and then it's all a dominoes effect, and then that's where that's when the addiction starts. And I've noticed in the rooms that addiction, there's kids coming in there that's 17, 18 years old that are addicted to heroin, that are popping pills, that are addicted, and it's sad. It's so sad that the addiction to heroin is taking over in this country. And see, the problem is now it's not hitting in the ghettos. It's not hitting in, it's the soccer moms, it's the lawyers, it's the school teachers, it's the nurses, it's the nurse aides, it's the doctors, it's the people who are so-called educated that are getting addicted to these pills. Now it's a problem. Now it's a problem. But when it was hitting my friend who died of an overdose and he has 5 daughters, it wasn't a problem. They don't hear about that. But you hear about Joe, Bobby, Susie, who's a soccer mom, who's addicted to pills, and now she's shooting dope, and it's a big problem. So you're a product of your environment. I understand that. That is true until addiction takes over. Addiction is horrible, and we need to get the word out there. We need to start helping. Some people say it's a disease. Some people will argue that it's not cancer. So I'm not here to say it's a disease or it's not a disease. But what I am here to say is that you are born an addict. And the reason why I say that is because if you have an addictive personality, you are going to form some kind of addiction throughout your life, whether it be sex, whether it be gambling, whether it be eating, whether it be drugging, whether it be drinking, whether it be weightlifting, whether it be running. There might be something in your life that you have to do every single day to make you feel good. That's an addiction. So addiction has all sorts of forms. The problem is you're somebody like myself who's just an addict. Anything that I like or I enjoy, I get attached to it. So there's that forms of addiction, and then there's all different forms of addiction. The problem is we have to talk about it. We have to let people know that they're not alone. And if you are struggling with drugs or alcohol or gambling or sex. They have Sex Anonymous down in Falls Church. They have Cocaine Anonymous. They have Marijuana Anonymous. They have Alcoholics Anonymous. They have NA, Narcotics Anonymous. Reach out. People like me, there's a lot of people out there like myself that want to help. You just have to put that pride and ego down. It's okay. No one's going to judge you. This is a judge-free zone. No one's going to judge you. Make sure you put your hand out. Make sure you ask for that help, because there's 3 ways that that addiction is going to end up. Jails. You're going to end up in jail or prison. You're going to end up in an institution, which is drug or alcohol, or maybe crazy, or you're going to die. And right now I can guarantee you, you have someone in your life that cares about you and wants to see you be successful in life. I do, and you have one in me. So no matter what, you can call on me. You can do whatever you want. I mean, I'm here for anyone who needs help or thinks that they know somebody that needs help. Please reach out. Please leave a comment. Please like. Please subscribe, because the reason why I'm doing this is to help somebody. And I said it before. If I don't care if I help just one person. That one person will mean the world to me. Because I want to talk about addiction. I want to put addiction in the forefront. We need to control the pharmacies. We need to control these doctors who just write prescriptions for cash. They're the biggest drug dealers that we have in the United States, not the Mexicans or the Colombians. We need to control what's in the United States, and we need to stop it here, and then we can move forward. Until we stop it here, nothing's going to change. So please, get addiction out. Start talking to your loved ones, and if you're a parent, please start asking your kids your questions. Pay attention who they hang out with, because I can tell you right now from personal experience, doing drugs at a young age, that my parents didn't find out until I was 20, 21. They might have thought, they might have known, but my grades were good. All I did was fight. I didn't get in too much trouble, and I was respectful to all my teachers. So I didn't even think one of the all-A student kids in high school was a pothead. So just because you smoke weed or drink or do drugs, you're not going to notice in the beginning. It's only when it's too late, when that person gets addicted and the addiction takes over, that's when people start noticing. Notice in the beginning, stop it at the forefront, and get this thing stopped. We need to keep our eyes open, our ears pinned to the floor, and we need to make sure that we talk about addiction. Stop being anonymous and get your name out there. Lend a hand, do service. So this is another thing of FatCat. I like to say, please comment, please like, please subscribe, get the word out. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. Hopefully. Today I'm here. Hopefully I'll be here tomorrow. But get the word out. Like, subscribe, share. Let people know that they're not alone. If you know someone that's battling addiction, please let them know that FatCat loves them, and I'm always here for them. And that goes for you guys too. If no one has told you today that they love you, I do. Like, make a comment, subscribe, share. I greatly appreciate it. I'm here to help people, and I'm here to stop the addiction and mental illness abuse, and I want to get it started today. I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful night. May God bless every single one of you and your family.